Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome back. If you are new, my name is Shaina. I'm a master life coach, and today I want to talk about hustle, the hustle, hustling toward your goals. I know for me, at least, when I hear the word hustle, I immediately think working hard, pushing hard, putting your nose to the grindstone, sacrifice, burning out. It's this approach of like bulldozing your way toward a desired outcome. Now, I subscribe to this approach for years. Like a lot of us, I was brought up being taught that hard work and hustle was the way to success. So of course, my dreams being way too important, I, without any reluctance, hopped aboard the hustle train. Sign me up. I put in crazy hours, sacrificing my day-to-day quality of life, forcing myself through tasks, and ultimately hating the process of achieving what I wanted. Needless to say, this approach did not work out well for me. It resulted in heartbreak. I think that's the best way to describe it. Massive heartbreak. And here's why. One, my results were small. Yes, I was making some progress, but the amount of blood, sweat, and tears I was putting in was not nearly equivalent to the results I was getting out. And then two, on top of my results not reflecting how much action I was putting forth, I resented the work that I was doing because I wasn't enjoying the process. I was just so focused on getting somewhere else. Hustling only gets you so far because a lot of the time, the hustle is driven by fear, not belief. Here's what I mean by that. When we're hustling, it's because we feel impatient and thus we're in a rush to get to the finish line. Impatience, as I've said many times before, is a form of fear, and it shows up in the hustle in two different ways. One, we don't fully believe in our ability to create what we want, so we try to hurry up and get there so that we can then believe. And then two, we don't have a strong self-concept in place, so we try to prove our worth through our action and our results. In other words, we're like, I gotta get there and work really hard to showcase how good enough I really am. I have to prove to myself and to other people that I can do this. But here's the thing. If I really believed 100% that I am effing good enough, I am worthy no matter what. If I believe, of course, I'm going to achieve this goal, I have zero doubt about it. Like my vision is so clear. I'm still driven to work on my goals, but without the frantic frenzy that hustle brings forth. Does that make sense? Today, both personally and professionally, I don't believe in the hustle, at least long term. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But I do believe in strong work ethic. I think there's a difference. Strong work ethic, similar to the hustle, is the ability to stay focused on tasks for as long as necessary to get them done. It's committing to your goals no matter what, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles or failures. But you can have incredible work ethic without feeling like you're swimming upstream against the current without a paddle. You can work toward your goals without feeling graspy or desperate or beat up in the process. You can work and commit without using stress as a measure for success. I think in recent generations, being labeled entitled and law of attraction becoming more and more mainstream, lines can easily be blurred. Judgments can easily be made. Like, these kids these days aren't willing to work hard. They just think things will come easy. And listen, are there people who think and feel entitled and who are unwilling to do the work? Of course. But that's very different from the people who think and feel worthy and deserving and who are willing to do the work without the hustle mentality. Guys, when you learn to build belief in yourself and your goals ahead of time and then get to work, it is a completely different experience, night and day. You can be very committed to your goals and put in the necessary work without the stress and the burnout. But that requires you to get your mind right first. It requires you to build your self-concept first and take the time to paint a clear, strong vision and then take action. In this approach, you can show up to your goals without grasping toward a future moment. You can be all in and committed happily and joyfully. You can work and love your life and who you're becoming in the process, because you know 100% it is a done deal. You don't need to be at the finish line to believe it or even feel it. You already feel it, which is the fuel that drives inspired action. If I feel certain, inspired, and excited about my goals, I am driven to take action toward them. But it's fun. Versus if I feel desperate, impatient, and lack belief, maybe I'm driven to take action, but it becomes a chore. Not only is the experience of inspired action light years different, but it's the experience that actually creates the results you want, because you're leading with high quality thoughts about yourself and about what's possible. These thoughts are what will determine your quality of work and ultimately the quality of your results. Now, is that to say that you're always going to feel amazing about taking action and you're never going to be pushing through? Of course not. Especially for those of you listening who struggle to take any action. For you, at least in the beginning, it's going to feel like you're forcing it. It's going to feel like an uphill battle because you're not accustomed to taking action. So hustle in that case may actually be a part of your growth, because while the hustle mentality isn't long lasting, it does have the ability to build your muscle in perseverance and tenacity. And perseverance and tenacity are key components in achieving our goals. Like whenever now I'm faced with failure or new obstacles, I'm like, oh, please, I've done way harder things. I've bounced back from way harder things in the past. So in the facet of achieving success, the hustle back then has served me quite well, but I was just simply in the game for way too long. I think a strong dose of hustle for everybody can actually be a really good thing. Again, it builds that perseverance muscle, which, a lot of us are lacking. Some are the people who just feel entitled and don't want to put the work in. Some are the people who just want to reorganize their vision board and don't want to work. In those cases, hustle can be healthy. So like always, it's just about telling yourself the truth. If you're like my old self and you're on the hustle hamster wheel and not seeing results, it's time to get off and reevaluate your self-concept and vision. If you're not taking any action or little action, it's time to lean into the hustle and build that muscle, because you're going to need it to ride the inevitable waves of obstacles and failures en route to success. All right, my friends, that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching. The info to work with me is below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you next week.